Right, guys, race 2, Red Bull Ring, Springbok series. It's going to be a hell of a race, I'm sure of it. If we take a good look at Ferrari, then we got a Mustang into another Mustang, then we got a Corvette into another Corvette, and then an Alpha Mark 4 GT, another Corvette, then another Ferrari, a Corvette, and then that lovely 1955 Porsche, and another Corvette. So, rolling start, about to start jam, and off we go. That Ferrari gets a great start there, a little bit of the pace there, it looks like it, but everyone gets off the pace. Renier a little bit caught out in the start, it looks like it. As we come up to the cornering, into turn 1, it all looks good. Comes someone getting a bit sideways, that Alpha runs a bit wide there from Gareth, and then it's Marco getting a nice pull there, Fricky in 5th position. He's looking for another good position, a good finish. And that Alpha, who made some serious mistakes in race 1, will try and fix it. If he comes up late on the brakes, and lovely cancelling these two guys. Look at the Alpha gets out of the cornering. Oh, looks like the Porsche looks like it drove into Renier there. I don't think there's any damage to the cars. And then Cracky Klav in his little Corvette at the moment up there in 8th position. Sting in his Porsche up in 9, and Orange in his Corvette up at 10. And then we got that Corvette from Creepy and Campus who's making up the bottom. The Ferrari is all running last there at the moment, but I'm sure we got a Ferrari in last position, we got a Ferrari in 1st position. It's great running here into the complex with a quick left into a quick right, and that Ferrari looks like he's taking it a joyride at the moment. He's not on pushing that hard. KBR Jock is trying to catch up with YOLO and Father and Son here at the moment. Son in second with Father in third, trying to push hard here and trying to come up there. Running a little bit thing is Marcus in 4th position, the only Corvette who's got it in the top in the top 4. Then we got an Alpha in 5th, the only Alpha here in the series so far. Then we got another Corvette from Fricky, the second Corvette running up here, keeping it up into the brake corner. We got a nice Dacia with Ford Alpha, a Ford Porsche and Corvette. It looks like it was having a tussle there with Renier, Skin, Cracky Klav and Orange. Which looks like it. The other two guys looks like they're a little bit off the pace, but I'm sure during the season they will sort those cars out. Sting looks like he's got his car a little bit sorted out, looking better. Getting that car to handle a lot on that Mari Biscuit tires. I don't know how the Porsches ran those years with those tires. They must have been probably quick in those years. But I mean, when this is 1955s against the 1960s up to 1969 racing cars here, and a couple of nice colors here, orange. That Ferrari of Campus looks like he's in 11th position now, and he's becoming to give Orange a dice. So nice overtake there. Orange saw him coming and just kept the door open. Oh, and he gets a bit of sideways. This is expensive cars, you don't get them so easy anymore. Especially at Porsche, you have to modify it apart and make parts for that car. You don't get parts anymore. The Ferraris too, they are scarce on parts. The Fords, you still get engine parts and all that with the V8s, but I don't see, I don't know if there's any more body parts available for this car. So it's a difficult car, they're very hard. It's a nice car to drive. I have spoken to the guys, to YOLO and when it's a KBR Jock, and they said they are easy cars to race with. The Corvette guys, they love the Corvette. They are, spoke to a couple of them, freaking them, said the car's just a little bit off the pace, but he will get it there as the chapter goes on. YOLO in 3rd, pushing hard at the moment with Michael in that Corvette, trying to pull a car up there. You're allowed to put a wing on the car, you're allowed to put a spoiler on the car, make some modifications to the car, you can make the body wider, you're allowed to do that. You can boost the car up to 600 pp, and that's it. No weight penalty to the car, but horsepower is up to you if you can get any horsepower out of this car. And that Mark 4 ex-Le Mans car, I must say, of Renier, and he's been having a little bit of problems here. He said that car can drive much lekker. He just needs to get the thrust into that car and get some seat time down. as we go to Fiji, our next track we'll be going to. So the guys are pushing hard here at the moment, and it's a nice start here. I mean, we're at lap 4 here at the moment, and looking back here at 10th position, 11th position in campus. Creepy at 11th, so campus must have made a mistake, yes. And so I thought the guy was enjoying it. He's still having some issues with that car. Ferrari of 48, running comfortable in the lead at the moment. Nice gap between him and Jock. So he's looking for hopefully for his second win if I don't give him the comedy curve. So yeah, lovely day in the first. Alpha looks very good. Nice repaired from the driver. He said he works alone in the car, spends a lot of time in the car and working on it, keeping it clean, all that, and then less time at home. So I wonder if the missus doesn't moan about him looking after the car more than what if he's and when he's not at home. Something to look at. And Jock, yeah, Jock comes from work straight into the work. Oh, Yolo makes a mistake. As we're about to speak about Jock, Yolo makes a slightly mistake. Can the Corvette make up with it? We will have to look and see. And we'll get back to Jock's idea now, what he does when he comes from work. Yeah, Jock comes from work, spends 4 hours in his car polishing it and see if he can make anything faster out of it, and then goes to bed and goes to work again. That's how Jock lives. So Jock doesn't mind if he works in his car and trying to get it faster. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, he just tries harder again. Renier looks like he's got a little bit of a penalty there and stuff with that mistake he must have made somewhere, cut the corner somewhere. That the penalty will be served anytime soon. And Cracky Glove there at 8th position with that Porsche behind him. So looks like that Porsche in Cracky Glove and the audience is having a nice tussle and keeping the back here friendly as the guys enjoying it, the back here fighting with each other, just having a Sunday drive on a Saturday night. So it's very difficult here to see what that looks like Creepy coming up a little bit faster than his time, and it looks like Campus has got a little penalty also what needs to be served as the race goes on. Back to the leaders, if they're making their way up to turn 2. This turn we had a serious MotoGP motorbike crash a couple of years ago. Biker lost it and almost took out a whole couple of his riders. Walked away from the accident, but it was a one serious crash. So yeah, motorsport is motorsport, and Jock is losing now the first man because the gap is getting bigger as the race goes on. So I don't know if Jock may be looking after the car, or if he's finding a problem with the car at the moment. It looks like the car's getting slower by Jock. Michael in fifth, got a fourth position, a little bit of a penalty, looks like it, and Fricky is under attack by Gareth now with that Alpha, and Renier has also lost out by them because he looks like also picking up a problem here as they are passing the halfway mark race. So looks like that Mark 4 GT is losing out power or something because he's not on the pace what he was before. Alpha giving a guy go. There's that Mark 4 GT what I was speaking about by Renier. Looks like he is, but he's picking up penalties and stuff, and that will also interfere with the times and that. But looks like that car is not on that pace as what it was on the first race. So something to look at as the race, as the championship goes on. There's a small problem. But it looks like the Porsche has passed Cracky Clough, so Sting has moved up another position. As Cracky Clough runs wide there, but the Corvette's taking each other on now and trying to fight this down to another dive. So look at Cracky Clough has also got a sponsor there from VTB Racing, and it's also another league. And I think Toxic Fly is the one in charge there. If anyone wants to get a hold of that and see what they does. There's a couple of leagues out there. This is World of Motorsport League, this one, and we race basically almost anything. It's got wheels, we will try and race it. Back to the leader, and this is a gentleman what spends more of his time and his racing car, and then anywhere else, and he even drives that car to work, so it's his daily car too. That's why the car drives so well. And then KBR Jock has made a hell of a mistake somewhere to get a second penalty. A second, it's a lot. It's really a lot, especially if he's catching up at Alpha now. In some way, he's got pace, but it's a last lap, so he's not going to be very happy on that. YOLO there in third, having a nice tussle. He's way off everyone. He's in the middle of the fourth challenge and the second challenge. So YOLO there in the middle. Then Michael, yeah, in fourth, very happy. He's also got a big gap between the Alpha of Gareth and fifth, and Frikkie in sixth with his Corvette. So the Alpha needs to work hard to see where he's losing out. But I have spoken to Gareth. He said that car, he needs to brake much earlier to get that car to stop. There is not racing brakes yet. He is trying to sort out to get the racing brakes somewhere for someone. The Porsche has passed Renier. Something we didn't know was going to happen. Porsche in the front, the 1955 Porsche in front of the ex-Le Mans car, and Renier must have a problem somewhere. The winners are the Ferrari of first, KBR Jock came in second, YOLO came in third. The cameraman is missing this out. Can you believe it? They are missing this out. So there's your winner. Yeah, there's your winners in second place, third and fourth, fifth and sixth, seven, 8 to Renier, 9 to Orange. So Craig Clark having more problems if he goes into 10. 11 will go to Creepy. He won't be very happy. To Campus, and Creepy will take 12. Guys, thanks for watching the race, and see you guys soon by the next one for Fiji. See you guys. Have fun. Enjoy.